what you do.
Hey boss dolls, it's your girl Hannah B and welcome back to my channel for another video. Okay, so today's video is going to be a Q&A. I did ask some questions on late Instagram and you guys did questions. You asked me some questions and I picked 10 and these are the 10 questions I'm going to answer on my channel. So let's just jump right into it. The first question is, am I still pursuing acting? Am I gonna move back to Atlanta? Like, what is the whole spiel about that situation? Well, first and foremost, I was never really pursuing acting. It was more so just like trying to find what my niche was in the entertainment circle. I did do a couple TV shows or whatever, and I think that after doing that, I only did backup roles, so like it's not that big of a deal, y'all. But casting is incredibly easy in Atlanta, I will say that. And I kind of think that I would maybe like to do production. I don't mind being in front of the camera, like I ain't scared or nothing like that. I've met a lot of people, I've rubbed a lot of elbows with like a lot of celebrities and a lot of people that are maybe B or C-list reality TV stars. I went to Atlanta looking for a crowd and I found the crowd that I was looking for, and after finding that crowd I was just kind of like, okay, what else can I do? But am I moving back to Atlanta? That's also up in the air. I don't really know yet. It's still between Atlanta or Dallas in terms of where I'll be moving to next. I will say that this decision is no longer just my decision, but it is like, I don't know where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just keep it funky with you. I don't know where. I don't know. Next question, are you still single? No, I'm not. This is okay, so this question was asked to me by somebody who knows me clearly, but what is it like being in dating long distance or being in a long distance relationship? Well, the time difference between us is only 6 hours, so for me, granted it is long distance, but for me it doesn't feel like I have to plan to go see him. I mean, communication is key. Letting people know how you feel about the situation you're in is like very important, and it definitely takes discipline. I personally don't feel like I'm trying extra hard or anything like that to stay in this relationship, and I don't feel like he's trying extra hard to stay in this relationship because we both want to be here. But like, you really have to want to be with that person to be willing to even consider long distance dating. I have never not been I have never not objected to long distance dating. I don't think distance should be a factor in missing out on something that is supposed to be meant for you. Do you still live with your mom and why? Yes. If you don't know, your girl just turned 27, okay? There is no shame in my game. I am also not the only one that lives with her parents at this ripe old age of almost 30. Do I ever plan to leave this house? Absolutely. She works for herself. I make decent money for Mississippi, and it's just more conducive or more productive for me to stay here. It's Jackson. I feel like you kind of have to live in Jackson to understand like what it's like being in a small city in a rural state, because if we're being honest, Mississippi is a rural state. A lot of the households here are extended households anyway. I don't think that it's weird that I still live with my mama, and none of my friends think that it's weird that I still live with my mom. In fact, I have a lot of friends who do not live by themselves. I know it's kind of like a millennial thing where there are like two types of millennials: those that can't wait to get out and prove themselves to the world and have their own space and be grown for real and make all the money. And then you have the millennials that are just like, I have no kids, I have a job, these houses are too expensive, I'm in tremendous amount of debt from going to school, I'm still trying to figure out what grad school even is, or when I'm going back. I saw a TikTok where the guy was like, hey, every millennial check, everybody over 26, what are we even doing? I don't know. I don't have a lot of responsibilities right now. I literally just go to work and I pay my bills and that's it. Yeah, so I don't feel no type of way about living at home with my mama, like, and you cannot make me feel bad about it. I'm trying to be strategic with my next move because it may be where I want to actually build my career and start my family and all that type of stuff. So like that's what I'm thinking about right now, is where do I want to live for the rest of my life, or a significant part of my life. Because it will not be Mississippi. She wants to provide the support for me that she wish she would have had when she was in my space in age and growing up and whatnot. So that's why I still live with my mama. I like it here. We cool, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. My next question, would you ever start a OnlyFans? I don't know if I'm allowed to answer that question. But what do you actually do? What is your actual job? I am a policy and research analyst for a nonprofit organization that is in the political sphere. Okay, because I work in politics, regardless of like what my job title is, technically I'm an organizer. Organizers like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, like that type of organizing. So technically I'm an organizer. So what I basically do is not only do I research community and figure out what our organization's best strategies are to reach those communities. I also research different policies in different states, in our state, try to figure out what we could do to change a thing or have a ballot initiative or, you know, whatever. I also give young people and people who have not had traditional educational experiences, I give those people who have not had the opportunity to go to the Capitol building and meet their legislators face to face, have conversations with them, ask them questions, learn about what policy is, even learn about politics in general. How does it work? You know what I'm saying? Like, I, along with everybody else in my office, is a civic engagement hub. That's what we do. We basically break down information, make it digestible, and give it back to the people. But I'm a politico. If you want me to sum it all up, I work in politics. The next question says, quick, 3 times you have been embarrassed in a situationship. I got into a screaming match in the Applebee's in Jonesboro. I had 2 boys, 2 of my bays, 2 people I was dealing with, sit at the same table in the cafeteria, Panama City Beach, Florida. Craziest thing I ever saw while serving in Atlanta. You would think that I saw a lot of crazy stuff. It would have to be a toss-up between one of my bosses getting into a fight with a customer. So this happened when I used to work at Pizza Bar in Camp Creek, and something that happened to another manager of mine. Let's see, I witnessed that fight, but this other one, I wasn't there for it, but I was supposed to work at this location that day, but I was supposed to go to Peaches, which is a strip club, and it had to be like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and he called me and he was just like, yo, somebody got killed in the parking lot and they won't let us out the store. And like, both of us, this is really telling on where I used to live at, but both of us literally stayed like right down the street from Peaches. My manager, he actually probably stayed like in actual walking distance from Peaches, because he stayed in like those lofts on, it's not full, after you cross the railroad tracks, it's not Fulton Street anymore, it's not Fulton Street Northwest, it's something else. But he stayed over there. But yeah, somebody got shot in the parking lot that night and he couldn't leave, and he was just like, I'm so happy that I decided to come over here and not send you, because you would be stuck inside of the strip club, because now it's like a murder investigation. Worst talent experience in Atlanta. I'm assuming this means like my worst experience in like being in a thing. I filmed for Cold Hearted. I did back up, so don't try to look for me. I don't have no speaking roles, nothing like that. But I did film for Cold Hearted, but like, it's a club scene, right? And it was probably like 20 degrees that day. There's no heat, sis, no heat. And we're in club attire, and the season is spring, summer. We were fucking freezing. Do you hear me? And a lot of people don't know, when you are filming, a lot of filming is waiting. It's waiting for, you know, you gotta reset, you gotta do the take, gotta make sure the lighting is right, you're gonna run through it like 10 times, you get on the spot training, because there was like a fight scene in the club, so that was like an hour of on the spot training, like stuntman training. Like, it was a lot. Would I do it again? Absolutely. I met a lot of people and I got a lot of perspective about people who are actually serious about acting, because I wasn't serious. I just got casted. That was probably the hardest $100 and something I ever worked for in terms of like filming, but I'm happy I did it though. Favorite Harry Potter book or movie? Go. I'm probably gonna get looked at sideways because I'm gonna pick the book that has the least amount of action in it but the most amount of information, and that is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. But the book, honey, I really think that the book was really cool. Learned a lot about Snape in that movie. Learned a lot about his upbringing in terms of like how he dealt with being at Hogwarts. You learned a lot about young James Potter and young Lily Potter, and kind of like why he hated Harry so much, but why no matter how much he hated Harry, he was gonna be there for Harry, period. Because it's just kind of like, I don't want to spoil it, but Snape's not a bad guy. My last question is not that exciting of a question, kind of simmering down, leaving on a low note. But my last question is, when are you going to start vlogging? I know I keep saying I'm a vlog. I have hella vlogs that I've started and then just be like, I don't feel like doing this. So I'm not gonna give an answer. When I post one, you'll know, and boom, you'll have a vlog. So yeah, that's it for the questions. I am gonna do another Q&A soon. Well, maybe not soon. I don't know how often I want to incorporate Q&As onto my channel, but I do want to be able to answer some questions. I do have that 25 questions about me thing that I did in the very beginning when I first revamped my channel, and I might do another one of those soon, or maybe do another Q&A. Maybe I might do like a Twitter one instead. But yeah, that is pretty much all there is to know about me. If you have questions, leave a comment down below and I'll definitely answer your question. If you want to learn something about me that I did not mention in this Q&A, or I may take questions you guys ask and put them into another Q&A. I don't know. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you be notified every time I post a video. And yeah, that's it. Follow me on all forms of social media at Hannah Burnell W. That is Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and now TikTok. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.